Hello everyone. Today I would like to communicate with you about astrological situation in the sky according to the Vedic astrology sidereal zodiac, which I follow. So we have almost full moon in Libra. Moon is still in Virgo, the sign before Libra, and it's now in Hasta Nakshatra. So we had new moon in Pisces, and now the moon is in the 7th house from Pisces in Virgo. So it has the meaning of relationships. 7th house is the house of other people. So because it happened in Pisces, we take it as the first house. And then we have Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo, the 7th sign. We have now the 7th house from the new moon has the meaning of relationships with other people. And then tomorrow, or maybe the day after tomorrow, let me check, it's now 25th. So yeah, tomorrow moon is gonna go into Libra. The moon goes 12 degrees per day or so. Yeah, 12 degrees per day. So moon is gonna be in Libra tomorrow, which is it's gonna be the 8th house from the new moon, because Libra is the 8th sign from Pisces, and we are gonna have full moon in Libra, while Jupiter from Aquarius is aspecting this full moon, because Jupiter aspects the 9th house from itself, so Aquarius 1, and then Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra 9th. Saturn is gonna aspect this moon from Capricorn. So first, if we count first house Capricorn, Saturn aspects the 10th house from himself. So Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, 10th. We have Venus, Mercury, and Sun in Aries, who are aspecting this full moon in Libra, because all planets aspect the 7th house from themselves. So if Venus is in Aries, he's aspecting, I have to say he, because Venus is a planet, and every planet is a he in Vedic astrology, in mythology. So Venus is going to aspect the full moon from Aries. Mercury is going to aspect the full moon in Libra from Aries, and the Sun is going to aspect the full moon in Aries. I don't know if you can see, I have a drawing here. Okay. That drawing had ascendant Aquarius because it's my ascendant and it's easier for me to see this way. Okay, so full moon is gonna happen in the 8th house from the new moon, and for me personally it has a meaning. 8th house is the meaning of transformation, sudden events, ups and downs. It is the house of hidden knowledge, of secrets, the house of things we cannot control, the things that are just outside of our control. We have to just allow them to transform us. So that's the 8th house. It's the house also can be of a destruction. So that's one factor we are getting. So this full moon is gonna give results in Libra of the cycle starting from Pisces. Full moon always brings the results, like the fruits of our karma. Libra is about the other people, about relationships with other people. So how are we gonna follow our vision, which is Aries? Just go for what I see my vision is. The Sun in Aries is exalted. The Sun is debilitated in Libra because if we're gonna look at what everyone is gonna think about what we do, we are never gonna follow our soul's vision, you know. So let's say I wanna create astrology group, but I'm gonna think, okay, what is my family gonna think about this? What is my friend gonna think about that? What is my boss gonna think about that? You know, what are my astrologer friends gonna think about this? What are my teachers gonna think about this? You know, so I might never create that group in the end, because it's just too much looking at what others are gonna think about you. However, Aries has another side of impulsively acting on their vision, not looking at all at other people's opinions, and it can be quite selfish. Let's say I want to go there, like I'm taking a trip with my friends and I want to go to the river, but they don't want, and then I just say we are gonna go to the river, you know. Maybe they want to stay in the forest, or maybe they want to just take a walk into the mountains. So I cannot decide myself without taking others into account, because then it's gonna come across as selfish, and we're not gonna reach a lot of success, because people are gonna notice that we never think about them, and they're gonna just stop having contact with us. Okay, like that girl always does what she wants. She doesn't take me into account, so I'm not gonna be friends with her, you know. So full moon happens in Swati Nakshatra. That is a nakshatra of spreading the message out quickly with the wind, you know, like the movement of the sword, spreading the message out swiftly. So that's the energy of this full moon. This full moon, of course, gets the energy from Venus and Mercury in Bharani Nakshatra, which means barrier. Bharani Nakshatra is about the rules, law, like let's set the rules how this is gonna work, and then if you don't follow these rules, there are gonna be consequences, punishment, you know, some barrier. Barrier can be in a sense of even you have to type in password to get to some website, you know, that's a barrier. Or barrier like to get into online meeting, you need to type in some password. It can be making your group private, a barrier, so members can share their personal information. Like I have a group, Vedic Astrology Mysteries. Please join this group if you're interested. And I made this group private yesterday because I decided, you know, if people are gonna ask their personal questions about their own chart and lives, they have to feel like it's not available open to everybody. Because I don't mind to share my personal information, but others may not want that, and it may stop them from sharing if they know that it's open to public, you know. So Bharani Nakshatra can also mean giving consequences or punishment for some violation of the rules, you know. Okay. So we have Sun in Ashwini Nakshatra, which is also looking at this full moon. Ashwini is the energy of horses running, and it's a healing energy. So if you have planets in Ashwini Nakshatra, you are connected to the healing power. So it might be like you want to get into a healing session online, and you need to like type in some password. That's Bharani Nakshatra, barrier. Healing session is Ashwini, you know, and Swati is spreading the message out with the wind. So, or some sharing, you know, maybe communicating with other people, spreading some message. Mercury is also in Bharani, And now I'm spreading the message about boundaries. Like a couple of hours ago, I wrote a post on my Facebook about boundaries. That's also Bharani Nakshatra, but also Saturn. I have Saturn in Libra, so for me, this full moon is also gonna be in the ninth house where my Saturn is, and Saturn is also boundaries. So for me, it's a big theme, this cycle. Also, this full moon is getting aspect from Jupiter in Aquarius. Jupiter is technology, Aquarius is innovation. So I may share my message through technology, through Facebook, through innovative social media technology, so to speak, like not writing in a book, that's more like old-fashioned. Aquarius is more like spreading the message through technology. Yeah. Jupiter has to do with biology, but it's also, of course, divine wisdom, divine inspiration, divine grace. It's that grace of God that is flowing through us when we are connected to it, or when it chooses us. Yeah. So Jupiter in Aquarius brings this energy of innovative technology and divine grace. Through that, let's say neurosurgeons are able to help people and save their lives, through technology of how they do surgeries, like on our brain. Saturn in Capricorn is looking at this full moon. Saturn in Capricorn is about structure. It's pushing us down into stillness this past year and a half. Yeah, so it's also about the structure. So like let's say in a hospital, all surgeons work within certain structure. They are present at the surgery, they are monitoring the surgery, and they are given their attention. There are assistants, everyone is involved. So that is the structure, Mars is now in Gemini. It's not looking at this full moon, but just to mention, Mars in Gemini. So we may take actions through communication. So like you sit at home and you talk to people through email, and that's your way of taking action. Because Mars is action, Gemini is communication. Or Mars is now in Ardra Nakshatra, which is destructive, violent force, and my kitten's playing so violently right now. Gemini is about careless playing, curiosity. Mars is this strength, action, and kittens playing with such destruction that they break things in the kitchen, like kitchen hood fell off the wall. That's like a bit too much. So they broke the structure because this Mars is looking at this Saturn and Capricorn. So the game broke the structure of Saturn, and Saturn is gonna give consequences. So I had to close them into their little pet carrier for some time, because they have to get some consequences. They cannot just carelessly destroy everything around them. That's Aries. Like, I wanna jump right now. I don't care what happens. I don't care what my effect has on others, my action, which effect it has on others. I'm just gonna do what I want because this is my vision. I have a vision, I have to jump up to the ceiling, it's gonna break my house where not only I live, but 4 other cats or people, I don't care. That's Aries. And Libra is like, think about others, they may need this house to be, in wholeness, so we all can live here happily. So these sudden games of Mars, of Ardra Nakshatra, is sudden change of course, like suddenly it's a redirection. Ardra Nakshatra also has energy of like acting, like sudden expressive movements, or movements of energy. but also can destroy a lot. Okay, so this is a little analysis of this astrological situation in the sky. We also have Rahu in Taurus, Ketu in Scorpio for a while already, so that's not new. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon about next situations.